right, guys, one of my closest friends in the game with a big fight around the corner, UFC 313. Dan Hooker versus Justin Gaethje, and he joins me on his way to a fun family outing. Dan Hooker, thanks so much for taking the time, man. I know you're a busy man right now.
No trouble. Yeah, just taking it day by day. It's getting pretty close. One more week of training, and then we get to get over there to Las Vegas and have some fun.
Let me just quickly congratulate you, man. Obviously, you had baby girl Zara May Hooker. Tell me, how's it all going, dude? How are you getting any sleep?
No, she's a dream, mate. She's sleeping away. She's happy days. No, I'll definitely not be able to blame it on that. She's been an absolute dream.
How's it been compared to the Edson Barbosa build-up and preparation with the first one?
Oh, yeah, I'd say just a lifetime of differences. It's not like any one thing is why you get your ass kicked. It's always like a multitude of reasons. It's just you have to be honest with yourself, take it on the chin, and make those changes. You know, that was a long time ago. I don't think, like, I'm definitely not even close to being the same fighter I was who fought then.
Yeah, I feel it, man. Because, just because you had your first daughter, then now we got another child just born, another beautiful baby girl. I got to ask you about this, man. Just quickly transitioning to this. Is this the best T-shirt in the fight game right now?
That's something, yeah, I like it. But it's
Look at this, sold out already in medium and large. I went to go get one today. No, sold out already.
Oh yeah, it's selling like hotcakes. It's a bit hit and miss. Every woman in my life is not the biggest fan of that there T-shirt. I'll show it to them.
On this one, why?
I showed it to Zoey. I was like, how do you like my new T-shirt? And she's just like, yeah. But now the girls hate it. The boys love it. I love it too.
How did it come together? Was this your idea?
Oh yeah, it's just kind of falling together, and I like it, bro. I like the American Psycho kind of film, and when the fight does get down and dirty like that, I kind of find myself at home. So I just felt it was fitting, and it was fitting for this fight.
Yeah, man. Well, again, everybody who wants to get one, go and engage right now. It looks pretty sold out. So, guys, we're going to need a restock here, medium and large, but XL, 2XL and small. Still available, but very, very limited time. Tell me, dude, you're telling me you got 1 week of training left. How's this training camp sort of been for you leading into this fight with Justin Gaethje? I know we've been getting ready for this one. We knew this could be around the corner for a while.
Shocking, really.
Everything went bad. What was the shittest thing about it? What was the shittest thing about it?
Everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong. Nah, we're all right. This is not this fight is not a culmination of a training camp. I don't think this fight is just a culmination of the last 15 years of hard work and grind. And I'm just gonna have to go out there. I'm gonna have to go out there and use all my skills and my knowledge and just a real fighting man now. I understand the game. I understand the bigger picture. I'm more mature as a fighter. I know it's going to be a tough contest, but yeah, it's not like one of those training camps where you have a couple of things and a bit of a puzzle and you got to figure this out. This is one of those fights where you're going to have to rely on every aspect of your skill.
You got a lot of respect for Justin. I know you guys kind of spoke a bit when he was in Australia last time. Have you guys DM'd each other about this fight at all? Like when it became official, or like, hey man, like looking forward to this battle or whatever? Or has there been no communication since?
Nah. Oh yeah, like me, I couldn't care less. You could be my best mate or my worst enemy. I'm gonna go out there and fight the exact same way. I know he gets a bit funny about like everyone's got their own kind of mental process that they kind of go through to get themselves ready for a fight. I think he's one of those guys that takes everything a little more seriously or a little more personal. So, yeah, I don't know. But definitely no, there's been no DMing.
Maybe a cold beer afterwards, potentially.
Oh,
Maybe
there'll be a few cold beers going down. Let me tell you.
Dude, I gotta say, your division right now is in a weird spot, right? What was your reaction when you saw the news? For example, number one, Michael Chandler is fighting Paddy Pimblett now.
Yeah,
What did you make of that fight coming together? That's an interesting one.
Oh, that's a fight that makes sense. You know, Michael Chandler's like a really big name, and it's, you know, Paddy's trying to he's playing the game smart. He's trying to get to the title as quick as he possibly can, and I think he thinks that Michael Chandler will be an easy fight for him, but yeah, that's going to be a difficult fight, and then also exciting for Michael Chandler because that gets him right back in the mix. Like, he beats Paddy Pimblett, and that he's back fighting guys in the top 10. So a win-win situation for the UFC.
It's interesting that you mentioned him sort of trying to get in there for a title shot, because right now, obviously, Arman didn't make it, so he's in this weird position in the division. You got Charles Oliveira floating around, Max Holloway. You're fighting Justin Gaethje. I believe the winner of that should get a shot at Islam. But now you've got this guy in Ilia Topuria who's just vacated his title, and all reports are indicating that apparently he might get a crack at Islam at International Fight Week. What was your reaction to that? And if it does come together, that's the epitome of
fuck, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, if they were gonna have him shoot for like the double champ status, then I don't think they would have stripped him of his title. I think, yeah, like, he's the guy that's inactive. I know that Volk's been trying to fight Ilia, and the UFC has been wanting to put the Ilia fight together for the longest time. And, you know, he's continually said he can't make the weight and stuff like that. But yeah, if his plan was to shift up and get a shot at the other title, like, what? There's no, and the UFC was the one that wanted it to happen as well. Then there's no way that they would strip him of his title before he went and contested. I think they just took it off him as a bit of a show of force, just to be like, brother, you fight when we tell you to fight, not. Yeah, I think that's more of what's going on. I don't think it's a situation where he's going to get an instant title shot from when he moves up. I wouldn't be surprised if he does get the instant title shot, but I don't. Yeah, it's just weird that they took his title. I don't think that they want him to go up. I think it's a show of force from the UFC. Like, brother, if you keep turning down fights, then you just lose your title altogether.
It's a weird situation because we haven't really seen someone just kind of win a title, do one defense, and then just won another title shot in another division. Like, all respect to Ilia, like, it's a bit of a wild situation.
Yeah, risk and reward though. Like, risk and reward in the sense that, you know, he just had a big knockout win over Alex. He just had a big knockout win over Max, and it's like, never. That's my rule of rematches, and I feel like it should be the most common rule in combat sports for rematches, is you never take a rematch unless you think you can do better than the first one. How could Ilia possibly top that? So to give Volk another crack at him at getting past them, on paper, even in my book, will be silly. So it does make a lot of sense for him to go up instead of, because obviously if he then rematches Volk and loses, or rematches Volk, even gets a decision victory, then everyone goes, he's fallen off. That's why I was like critical of even Conor McGregor taking that first fight against Dustin Poirier on the second fight, because they'd already beaten him and they'd already knocked him out. On paper, you're already better than that man, and then you go out there and lose to him. It's like the common conception for the fans is that you're getting worse, not better.
And then you go into a third fight where you break your leg, and then you start yelling at the misses of your opponent about how she's in your DMs. And then for some reason, Joe Rogan's interviewing you while this is all happening. It gets worse and worse. Speaking of Dustin Poirier, like that could be a potential fight for Ilia if he comes to your division. Do you think he could get through with Dustin Poirier?
Well, bro, it's tough. Well, I know he's not. I think I fought on the same card as him in England. He's not. He's not. I don't think he's a very big guy. I think it's.
Nah, he's not big.
Yeah, he's not. He's not. He's not a tall guy. He's not a thick guy. I think he'll struggle unless he's shooting for like some of these bigger fights. Like the only thing that could, because that's it. Every time you fight, you have to top whatever you did the last time. And how do you top his most recent performances? They've just been as good as it gets, really. So the only way you can top that is move up, win the lightweight title, move up, get the Conor McGregor fight, move up, like get these amazing big fights. That's the only way he could possibly top what he's already done.
Dude, Alex Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes, that's a great fight. You know, Lopes, dangerous guy. What do you think of that matchup, man? Obviously, Volko coming back after a great break, so we're excited to see him back in there. He's been looking good in the training room, apparently.
Yeah, no, he has. He's come over, done some training at City Kickboxing. I know he's in Thailand at the moment, but no, he's been absolutely... he's been chomping at the bit to get back out there. I know, because I wanted we wanted to be like... I think we wanted to be on the same card. We wanted Volk main event, and then I was going to be the co-main. But I think the UFC, I had other plans. But that would have been cool for.
Was that for Miami? You wanted to be on?
Yeah, I wanted to go. I wanted to go to Miami. So even though I'm fighting,
dude, that would have made sense. You got a baby. Like you got no lead up really to this fight. This is wild. Why wouldn't they do it?
Because they're trying to give me every disadvantage they can possibly give me, bro. But that's fine.
Is that what it is, though? Because when I spoke to Mike Angove, he mentioned, like, hey, yeah, like, it's weird. Why, like, they're not really giving us much of a lead up here at all.
Nah. Like, everything, you know, he wanted to switch it to 3. It's switched to 3. Like, it's pretty much he gets... But that's why I want to fight Justin Gaethje, because I want the perks that come with being one of the stars of the division. Like, he's one of the mega stars in the division. There's him, Poirier, McGregor, and Oliveira and the champ. Like, those guys are the big names, the ones that'll really change your stars. And so, yeah, I want what he's got. I want the perks. I want to tell the other guy when to jump, and to tell the other guy when I feel like fighting. That's why we're fighting.
All right, guys, I want to talk to you about our sponsor, MANSCAPED, who make this podcast possible. I'm, of course, talking about the Chairman Plus, the electric foil shaver by MANSCAPED, placing the power of a barber-quality shave in the palm of your hand. Whether you're suiting up for the boardroom, getting ready for a date, or setting the stage for cuffing season, the Chairman Plus delivers professional-grade performance tailored to your style, luxury reinvented for the modern man who demands more. Ready to step up? Why not join the trusted movement? Over 12 million men. Visit manscaped.com now. Use the code word submission. Get 20% off and free shipping now. And you keep this podcast going. You support this show and you support yourself. Just quickly, what makes the Chairman Plus stand out? Well, it's all about versatility and precision. It comes with 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads. Uses 3-blade foil for a close, smooth shave. Has skin-safe technology to help reduce razor burn. And of course, the Chairman Plus is waterproof, so it lets you shave right in the shower. And by the way, how about this? 60 minutes of runtime on a single charge, so you're sorted no matter where you go. Manscaped also has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so why not try it risk-free? Use the code word submission. 20% off and free shipping today. Risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. Manscaped keeps the show alive and keeps your dating life and your smoothness alive too. Jump on Manscaped right now. And guys, I just want to talk to you about our other sponsors, SAILY. SAILY is a groundbreaking eSIM that has you sorted wherever you go in the world. Super low prices, super easy to use. All you got to do is download this app. Have a look at me. I'm in the app. I choose the destination to where I need to go. Boom, click a couple of buttons and I'm set. Forget about taking out your SIM card. Forget about lining up in long lines at the airport. Forget about having to change your phone number and everything about your phone. SAILY has you sorted. It's easy, it's simple. It comes with all the security features that you need. Why not just use the amount of money that you need for the destination that you need without having to sign up to crazy plans that go for months at a time that you have to get out of, or paying per day crazy amounts of money and coming back at the end of the holiday to having to take out a loan just to pay off the amount of money that you spent on the holiday using your phone. So do this right now. Go to SAILY.com/submission or click the link in the bio below. Get 15% off your first purchase with the code word submission. That's 15% off your first purchase with the code word submission. Get SAILY in your life and change it forever. And now, back to the program. Like, if you're the guy that's telling people when you want to fight, you'll be fighting. Hey, I got another fight next week. Like, it's like every week. Hey, Dan, you want to fight? Yeah, okay, let's book it on the next card. When's the next card? Like, you're not going to be holding anyone up, brother. Let me ask you, what do you think is on tap for the winner here? Justin Gaethje, bro. Like, obviously a legend in the game. Both of you guys are ranked high in the division. You're coming off the streak. What do you think a win lands you here?
I feel like
because the division's weird, right? You got Max floating around, you got Charles Oliveira floating around, Arman's floating around.
That's what the UFC like to have options. Like they hate it when you have like one clear contender for the belt, because then they're negotiating for that title money becomes very difficult. But if they got 4 or 5 guys that could possibly be in the running for the title, then it becomes like a bit of you can go, oh well, Charles Oliveira's going to do it for cheaper, and it's like, oh well, Arman's going to jump in on short notice. It's like, but I like my chances. Like if I go in there, like Oliveira's already turned down the Makachev fight. Arman did what Arman did in this last one and pulled out at the very last moment. But good old reliable. You can always wheel out good old reliable. Whether I got one hand hanging on, whether it's on a week's notice, 2 days notice, they know that I'll show up. So I feel like with the win here, you're definitely putting yourself, you're putting your name in the hat, and it's like me, Oliveira, Arman, and Ilia. I guess like that's the short list. You're on the short list.
Dude, it could be you and Ilia. You beat Gaethje, you and Ilia. That could be the fight.
For what? For what? What do I get out of that? Like,
I don't know. Title, maybe? I don't know. I think you should get the title shot if you
for
beat
what
Gaethje.
title? He's just lost his title.
Yeah. Hey, I'm being the UFC here. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm playing the UFC's part. I don't know. For who knows what makes sense anymore. That's what for. Hey, quickly, talk to me about...
Nothing makes sense. That's the beauty of it.
No, that's something does make sense. Something does. Can I show you what makes sense?
Tell me.
Zoey Hooker TV. Look at this.
It's been a bit slack. We need a new episode.
How many toys can we buy with $100? You guys are beating submission radio views here.
Well, I had a terrible one. I was like, all right, is this your one? Because I gave her the reins. She obviously kicked me off. We switched to Zoey Hooker TV, and then I said, all right, you're in charge of all the ideas now, champ. And then she's like, yeah, all right, I got an idea. She goes, we're going to Toy World. And then we go to Toy World. I was like, yeah, what are we doing at Toy World? She goes, oh, we're going to video buying some toys. And I was like, how many toys? She's like, follow me. And she just went and picked out a shitload of toys. And I was like, I definitely have not thought this, but I said, touche, friend. You got the better of me today.
You know who you need to negotiate your next fight after Justin Gaethje, though, right? Zoey Hooker. She knows what's going on. Get her in there. She'll get you a title fight. These kind of strategic moves, you know. She'll throw me
under the bus for a few squishmallows, if I'm being honest.
All right, guys, there is Dan Hooker. I don't want to hold you up too much, man. I know you're with your family. Congratulations again. Exciting times for you. Can't wait for UFC 313, brother. And thank you so much for joining me, dude.
Thank you, brother. Too easy.